Thanks again to Carbon Health for being our presenting sponsor. If you're a regular here, you guys know about Carbon Health. I talk about Carbon Health all of the time, and they help with things like COVID, cold and flu testing, antibiotic prescriptions for things like infections, UTIs, STDs. They have primary care services in California and Massachusetts. But if you are new here, and thank you for stopping by the way, and you should also know that they can help with injuries also. Most of their locations have imaging or x-ray machines so they can diagnose strains, sprains, and fractures if you unfortunately become injured. And I know, unfortunately, not everybody will be near one of their 120 locations. I get it. But they do have virtual urgent care services for states like California, New York, Florida, and several others. So thanks once again to Carbon Health. There is a link in the description for them. They're the best. They've been with us for a bit. You should be too. All right, let's get to it.
Good job, team.
What's going on, everybody? Happy Thursday. Welcome back to The Big Thing. We got a lot to talk about, man. A lot of TV talk today because Roxy Stryer is back. Brett Sheridan is here. James Gunn, he's been talking about a lot of stuff going on in the DC universe. And we'll not only talk about the Superman stuff, we'll talk about The Flash coming out. And people have been reviewing it. Myself and Roxy, we both saw it. We'll give our non-spoiler thoughts as we get into the potential of what that movie could do down the line. What the hell's going on with Roxy? We'll have to find out there. Is there anything new in the world of Roxy? And for you guys, by the way, if you're going to be in New York, get yourself a ticket. TheChristianHarloff.com. Get yourself a ticket. TheChristianHarloff.com. In New York, we're going to be there soon. Hope you're going to join us. Hit that button, man. Get us to 100,000. We're trying. We need your help. So if you can do it, do it. Listen to this. As I told you, we have a comic book coming out. It is the first issue of the Capes and Cows comic book that'll be available to the website members starting on July 1st. And that was done by the great Wicked Art. And there's already 2 issues done, but you'll be able to check it out. And if you aren't part of the website, you can go over there and you can get it a la carte. And then, speaking of shoes and beef and shoes, they are finally making their debut also on the website on July 1st. So you guys can go and check out the animated series done by Fightin' Flicks. That's right, Fightin' Flicks and Diesel Time. And we're excited for you guys to see that. And that can be seen at the website. Go and check that out right now. All right, let's get into it. It's the big thing. It's me, Roxy, and Brett. Cool. What's up, everybody? Happy Thursday. It's myself, Roxanne Stryer, Brett Sheridan. What's the stink face for?
I went away for 1 week, and you're putting out a comic book and an animated series.
Yeah. Well, you know about the animated series.
Just I kind of, not really.
You're in it.
Yeah, for sure, and that was awesome. But I didn't know what you were doing. You sent me pages, and you said, "Can you record these now?" Mm-hmm. And I said, "Yeah." That was the extent.
That's done.
That's the extent of what I knew. Wait, okay. Can I? Like,
you can ask a lot of questions,
yeah, right.
But first of all, let's say this. So you actually saw the whole episode.
Just right now.
Just now. Thoughts?
Is that what it is? It's the pilot episode.
That's the pilot episode.
The show. I'm like, I can't believe you're putting out an entire animated series.
Well, I mean, we'll see if we're going to put
that
out.
That was insane.
Yeah, it was
we'll
really
see
good.
after the first few.
Who is Fightin' Flicks?
Fightin' Flicks. So
what happened?
Yes, you want to know how it all came about?
Yeah.
So
it's like a well-animated show that you just did.
He's amazing. Well, the animation is done by Jean. And Jean is he. So do you know the Cobra Kai kid?
I know Cobra Kai. What's the Cobra Kai?
Cobra Kai kid is a great guy, a kid from Jersey.
That's what he goes by?
Cobra Kai Kid. He made a YouTube channel. It's got over, I mean, now it's probably be over 125, maybe 130,000 subscribers, maybe more. But he's great. He's just such a good-natured kid who puts out this
He's a child?
Cobra Kai.
Like
when I
5.
say kid, right? He's a 5-year-old kid. No, he's probably. I would guess he's 20, 21 or something.
Okay.
When you get to be our age, everybody's a kid.
Right, but when you're trying to ask questions and understand a story.
Understood. But you know me, I call everybody kid. So,
yeah.
But so anyway, I had seen something on his channel where there's this great animated version of, and they even got some of the voice from Cobra Kai to be in it.
Cobra Kai.
Yeah, and I said, that's great. And then I got an email from the guy who did it.
Out of nowhere.
Yeah, out of nowhere, and he said, and I was very aware of the things. I watched Cobra Kai Kids channel, and I was very aware of it. And he said, "Hey, I'd love to animate something for you." And I was like, "It'd be great. Why not?" And so Brett and I started talking. I was like, "I wonder if he would do Shoes and Beef." And I had already been talking. You know, Diesel Time, who he does all those other animations. Remember when we did Collider Live, the animations that they would do?
Oh, okay, cool.
He's done tons of them.
Cool.
He's like super talented.
Everybody's got a dope nickname.
Yeah, well, Diesel Time and I were talking about Shoes and Beef a while ago, and he was going to start trying to do some stuff for us on it as well. So then when Gene came on, Diesel Time came to me. He's like, "I thought we were working on it." I was like, this guy came to me, did this, and then they started talking, and then Diesel Time got involved as well, too. So Diesel Time helped Fight and Flicks.
Collab.
They collabed, and and obviously the animation, the actual drawings. You know Mike Vogel from so Mike Vogel did all those animations in 2003 is when Shoes and Beef started.
Jeez,
2003.
Willikers.
So the story of it is basically Brett and I were working at California Pizza Kitchen together with Riley as well, and I was bored and the worst surfer in the history of all time. So I used to go up to Brett, who was working behind the counter. I go, "Hey, Brett, the guy at table 2 wanted some shoes and hold the beef." And then so he thought that was the funniest thing in the world. He started laughing, and then and Brett one day goes, "Shoes and beef," and I go, "Shoes and beef," and then we just everything. Someone would be like, "Hey, do you know what?" I go, "Yeah, it's next to the shoes, right? Put it next to the beef." And then we started singing Shoes and Beef, and that was gone on for like 2 years. So I was working at this gym. You remember that? I was working at a gym, and I came and I said,
What did you do at the gym?
Oh, it was the one I told you about when I was
Checking in?
Yeah, when I checked people in, and when Fred Savage used to come in, and I got bored, and the computer popped up, and instead of saying Fred Savage, it said Feed Savage. So every time he walked in, I go feed to myself. That's the funniest thing.
Should have done it out loud.
Yeah, feed, and I would just like if you had a camera on me, when he would come in, I would get so excited. Because he'd click and I would always want to see if they fixed the thing. And they never did. And it bleeped in and said, "Feed Savage." And then he would walk by and I'd go, "Feed." Stupid. But anyway, I'm sitting there going, "Shoes and beef, 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 shoes and beef." And I thought to myself, I remember going, what if there was what if they were like, it was like animated? And I told Brett, and Brett and I started thinking about doing a series. And it went like the extension of like we were like, and then we got Mike Vogel, who I went to college with, involved. He did the sketches. Then we went. Our friend Kirk helped us. We got like real voice actors that came out, and we did this big read through at the Acme Comedy Theater. I got my old manager involved.
I printed up T-shirts for every character to wear on stage.
Yeah.
There's there's one of our pitch packets behind you. It's it's filled up with the whole story.
And so my buddy, and one day at my old apartment, my old apartment, my buddy Ian Virgo, who's a very talented actor, musician. He's in this one too, and we came up with the song, Brett and I, and we told Ian, because Ian's like a musical theater, like he's incredible. He's like he does the equivalent of like Broadway in London and stuff too. And so he sang the song. He sang the Shoes and Beef song. We had it from years ago, and we just always had that in our heads. And then just kind of we pitched around Nickelodeon, never really went anywhere, so we stopped. And then
what's the pitch?
What the shoe is about. What is the shoe about? That's why it's so funny. People have always bring this up. I think you even said it too, where when we tell you at first what it's about, you go, "Oh, like Sausage Party." Like this came out in 2003. Sausage Party came out in 2000 and whatever it was, 15, 16. But so and Sausage Party, where the things are alive in the store, they go out of the store. Everything takes place in this store. It's called the Ultimart, and it's this big magical store that a witch makes alive, and Shoes and Beef go on different adventures every week. And if they go into the frozen section, that's like almost like the Antarctic. You know, if they go to like there's one. The main villain is Dr. Potatoes and his band of Renegade Peppers. So anyway,
and you guys just kind of like word vomited all of this to each other, like, "Oh, what if the villain's a potato?"
We were smoking a lot of pot back then.
And we wrote several.
Yeah.
We wrote several episodes too. I mean, and then we had just future episode ideas, and like I said, we had this whole package that we gave around to people.
When you guys saw Sausage Party, were you like, "What the?"
Yeah. At first, we were like, because we knew eventually.
But we didn't want to be dirty back then.
Back then, it was pitched.
We were trying to make it as a kid's.
Ours was pitched for Nickelodeon.
Yeah,
like it was kind of trying to go off like the SpongeBob wave of what we were going for. And now you'll see it in the first episode. it's definitely skewing a little bit more Cartoon Network, as it's like even with this
Definitely
happens with the cow and there's other things. But yeah, what we did is. So Jim was like, yeah, let me animate it. He did. We wrote our first episode that we wrote 20 years ago was a 26-minute pilot.
Yeah.
This is a 4-minute, 5-minute web series of just the first of what this thing's all about. And it's just kind of an intro thing. So he animated it, put it together, and David B did the music. We got some really. Should I tell everybody who's the voice right now, or should I let people be surprised at the end?
I don't know. That's why, I obviously knew it was about because I just watched it, but I wanted you to tell the people because it,
you didn't know what it was about.
Well, okay, so I've heard you guys. Here's what I know.
Yeah.
Prior to today.
Yeah.
You guys have talked about this shoes and beef shit for a long time in a way that I had no idea that it was a thing. You guys all shoes and beef and shoe whatever before we'd start our Collider shows, and you guys would be singing a song about shoes and beef, and I'd be like. Huh. And then I would be singing in my daytime, like shoes and beef, and then I was like, what is that? And you guys always said they're like characters that you guys had invented or talked about. That was the equivalent and the extent of what I knew. Right. Then also you had sent me a couple of pages on things and I understood a little bit more of, okay, so this is what's happening here. But I didn't know you were like, I didn't know what you were doing. Right. I had no effing idea. Then when I saw it, I was like, holy shit, you're making a show.
It's like an actual show.
It's a full fucking show.
It's a show, but I mean, look.
David B's music is amazing.
It's really good in it.
The animation is awesome. The voices I was shocked with. I won't give them away, but some of them I didn't recognize. And then at the end, I was like, oh, that's what that was. Yeah. Like, wow, that was cool. So I'm torn on whether we should tell the people or not because I wasn't sold. And now I'm sold, but because I saw it.
Yeah. Oh, wait. And that's the hope is that everybody will watch it. And like the thing is, like I said, for Diesel Time and Gene and Ian and everybody, yourself, everybody who did this pro bono and did it for free because Brett last night was like he showed it to his wife and his wife had notes and I was like, yeah, notes are great when you have a zero budget. It's like there's no like so.
The worst part about it was that the notes were writing things that we had. I was like, oh okay, no, we can't fix that.
Yeah, right.
We can't. No.
Well, Gene said it though too. He sent it in like this voice. No, he's very, very involved.
Oh
yeah, he's really good, and he was like, look, you guys watch it because he wanted us to watch it together. So we shot a reaction, and
did you?
Yeah, we shot a reaction, and we sent it to him.
I got choked up. I mean, this was something that when we were young bucks trying to do this, we thought this was the thing that was going to make us. We thought we had this golden idea, and everybody we told about it was super stoked on it, and it just didn't get to the right people, I guess.
Yeah, it's just you have the meetings, and they either go right, they go wrong. People get it, they don't get it.
And now you have your own channel.
Yeah,
is that where you're going to put it?
We're going to put it. We're going to air it on the website first, and then
cool.
And then hopefully the goal is because we, like I said, we want to try to do something to where we, like Brett, yourself, all the people that we have to eventually take care of for doing this and to do a second one. That's why we want people to go. And if they like it, they sign up to that $10 tier. And then we'll eventually release it on the channel. And if we do, and we release it on the channel and it does well, then we do episode 2. But it's like, but I think what somebody said, and actually a fan had mentioned this, and I said, maybe we do this. If people like it and they like what we're doing with it, then maybe we do like a Kickstarter, and we do something to where we do a Kickstarter, and if people really want to see it, and we do X amount, because Ian Virgo, who did the voice of the it's okay to say this, but he does the voice of the teapot in this thing, and he annihilated that. He's so good.
But the second I heard that, I was like, oh my god, they are doing something cool.
Yeah, he's so what he did for me.
Such a good job.
He's amazing. So what he did for me, because he sings that song and everything, so. He was like, I have a shitty mic in my house. I can't, but I can get to my professional recording studio in London, which he's had to go and drive to and out of his way to do it, and
does he live here?
Yeah, he flew to London to do it. No, he lives in London. Yeah. But he just lived from where the studio was. So he drove there. They opened up the studio for him to do free of charge, like everything too. They rented. I had to wake up at like 6 a.m. because he went at like whatever it was, 3 o'clock there. So I'm sitting there giving him the notes, but he went there to do it, and I can't have him do that again and not pay him. You know what I mean? I can't. Like this was all the same thing with David B. David B. was like, did it for free. Everybody did this for free. So hopefully people watch it.
Not to speak for other people, but I was happy to.
No, I know. And nobody complained. Oh yeah, everybody said yes. I mean, shit. I mean, the animators. I would never say, hey, can you animate this for free? They offered it, and I said, sure. And even when Diesel Time was involved, he's like, when he had said to me,
it's like
we talked about it.
hundreds of hours.
and I said, the reason why that I'm doing it with Gene as well, because Gene approached me and Gene wants to do it because he wants to show it off and show how great his, it is. He wants to show his animation. And I was like,
it's a good platform.
I said, I don't have a budget for this. And Diesel Time's like, I just want to be involved in it. And the two of them did, he helped with the background. They both did an amazing job. So if you guys want to check it out.
That was so cool, Kristian.
Yeah, it was.
Sorry, you're in the middle of telling them how to check it out.
No, it's all right. You can go right now, July 1st. It'll be there. You can go and check it out. It'll be available to the $10 and up website members. So please, thekristianharloff.com, and please go check out Shoes and Beef. I would love to hear your thoughts on it. I'd also like to hear your thoughts on whether or not you're going to shave your balls, and if you are you going to tell your pops about it? Let me tell you about Manscaped. Because it's Father's Day, man. You gotta feel good. And you haven't gotten your dad anything yet, have you? Nope, you haven't. You know you haven't. And you're like, what am I gonna do? Well, today, I'm telling you, sponsoring the show is Manscaped. You and I both know your dad, he needs some serious grooming in his life. Come on. Especially the old timers, man. They don't know. They get to a place like, I don't gotta do this. Talk to him about it. Get your dad that Performance Package 4.0. He's gonna thank you. It's a win-win situation for not only your dad, but everyone in your family, whether it's your mom, your dad, anybody. Your dad's going to be walking around, skipping around. He's going to feel like a brand new dude. Go to manscaped.com. Use that code BIGTHING, 20% off and free shipping. It's amazing. I love it. I use it all the time, man. I'm not even kidding. I love it. It's so good. Manscaped's the only men's brand dedicated to below-the-waist grooming and perfected their game with that Lawnmower 4.0. It is next level. It's next level. I'll be honest. I have two of them. I have one of them for actual for my balls. I got other ones. I got the other one for like everything else that I needed. I've cut my hair with one. Not the same. I don't use both for the same purpose, but you know what I'm saying. They also have a great beard trimmer too. But you're going to ask me, how is the Lawnmower 4.0 different from the other ones? It's an upgraded trimmer. It includes a multifunction on-off switch that can engage a travel lock, which is an amazing feature. It gives you the ability to turn the 4000K LED spotlight on and off when you need a more precise shave. It's awesome. You want to go in the dark, shave your balls in the forest if you have to. You'll be able to see it. They have tons of products, whether it's cologne, crop mops, ball wipes, crop reviver, ball toner, crop preserver, all of it. It's amazing. Get your dad. You know that he will use it. You have to get it. 20% off, free shipping at manscaped.com. Use that code BIGTHING. Don't forget, you know what? You came from your dad's balls. That's where you were. And now pay him back by saying, I used to live there. Look at that. They cleaned that place up. It looks good. Manscaped.com. Use that code BIGTHING. All right. Thanks again to our friends over at Manscaped. Listen, I am so humbled by the messages I've been getting about the sponsors. The other day I said, look, you want to help our show out and you want to help yourself out, get a sponsor, because some people go, I want to put a super chat in. I want to put a Streamlabs to this show, and you don't do that here. And how can I help the show? You get yourself one of the sponsors. Honestly, you just pick up Manscaped, send it for a gift, do it for somebody like that, and use our code. That helps more than you could know. If you're like, oh, I always wanted to, I like the show, want to help out the show somehow. That's how you help out. And I said that last week, and so many people were getting Rumpl blankets and Manscaped and Mint Mobile, and they were doing all of it. And they told me, someone's like, oh, I signed up to Mint Mobile and Manscaped. Not only did I hope that it helped the show, I love it. So it's great. So thank you for doing that, and I hope you can continue.
The beard trimmer is a game changer for me.
It's really good, right?
I used to have to run a corded one, and I'd stand in the bathtub, so the hair wouldn't get all over the place, but now I can just take it in there.
Cordless?
Yeah, it's cordless. It's got the little extensions. Like, used to click on different pieces. Yeah. It just goes click, 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 and I can go my 4 here, my 3 here, 2. That's it. Boom. Just
4,
like
3,
that.
2.
Yeah.
Only one Brett.
I was using my Manscaped on my face, but I just watched it in between.
But I had 3 of them.
Oh, God.
One for the top and one for the bottom and one for the
You like that, Roxy? Oh, Roxy, guess what? Listen, I got something for you.
I have other questions.
Oh, Roxy, Roxy Stryer, I am Big Balls McKid. I got it here to stay, and I wanna know what you think. Hey, Roxy, I know you hate me. Everybody told me you hate me, but I'm becoming popular, baby, like American Idol in the early 2000s. Oh yeah, come on, baby, shake it. Oh yeah. You like me, Roxy?
I thought you had news for me.
News. I got some news. I got arrested for public indecency. That's some news for you. I go see you on the flip side.
That was seriously what you had for me?
Yeah.
That I've messed around with that. That is as fun as it would be if I was 10 years old.
Yeah.
I mean, like, there's just something about.
Did you see when I did this to the telemarketer?
Oh God.
Yeah, I watched that.
Okay.
But they were confused.
Yeah, but he had a great time with it.
Yeah. What was the other thing that at the top of the show? Okay. Oh, the comic book. What?
Oh,
Yeah.
so Wicked Art, who does a lot of the animations for us, great guy, and he loves Cape Sky. Look, I mean, we watch this everything. He's on the website. He does those. I do offer those 30-minute one-on-ones.
Patreon, yeah.
And he's been on there, and I talked to him. He's a family guy, vet, awesome dude. Just really big fan of his, and he did a lot of the animation for like the opening animation for the Sith Council thing for the Capes and Cows, and he's like, hey, I hope you don't mind, but like I did a issue of a comic book for Capes and Cowls. And I'm like,
For the show, like about the show?
so like this is the thing. Hold on. So the chairman is me, obviously. Black Knight is Winston, and Speed Talker is Coy.
Oh, amazing. I didn't even read it. I just saw the image.
You're in issue 1.
Yeah.
What am I called?
I think you're just Roxy. Oh,
Let's go.
I can't show it, but look, there's cameos from everybody inside of the Big Thing verse.
Oh man.
Amazing.
It's great. I should show it.
So how are people getting the issues?
Same website. That one's going to be more
Kristian,
specific.
you're like creating a
Well, yeah. Look,
network.
I will tell you that it's more so of like these people reached out to me because they were fans of the show, and they offered to do this, and I was like,
what cool content, man.
that's what I mean. Like I
That's
was like, and I
cool.
because I said to Wicked Art, he goes, put it on the site, man. He's like, it'll be there for people to check out, and you can go there on in that one you can get a la carte. That one what I'm working with too, what I want to do for the a la carte ones, every time we're going to start offering them July 1st. A la carte, in order to do what I want to do, I want to give Wicked Art a percentage
Cool.
of every book that's sold. I want to give him a percentage of it. So we're working on that. That's how because he just did that. And the other day, I get an email in my inbox. He's like, oh, I just finished issue 2. And I was like, holy shit. I didn't ask him to do it. It was just like,
How is it?
awesome. It's so awesome. Both of them are awesome. He's just like, he'll send it to me, and he always starts his email with, sorry to bother you. I'm like, dude, you are not fucking bothering me. I'm like, this is like Christmas every time I open it up. I'm just so bad at getting back to emails a lot of times because I'm like, it's so much shit. I'm going, this announcement that you know what it is.
Yeah.
I have been teasing it to the audience for.
I don't know what it is.
You do know what it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what it is. So
I almost had a panic.
No, you know what it is, but I can't say anything yet. I think that by the time I'm hoping that by the time this episode drops, that the announcement will have been
Why
made.
can't you say anything yet?
Well, because if I can't, it's not my place to make the announcement yet. It's
Why hasn't the announcement been made?
it's just a lot of moving pieces.
A lot of red tape.
Is it the red tape?
No, it's just a lot of moving pieces, and but that's another one. So there's like a lot of exciting things.
I can barely keep my mouth shut about it. I
know.
mean, it's like,
people normally, you remember back in the day, we'd make a special announcement on Collider or Schmodown, and we'd ask people, and at least like 5 or 6 people would guess, and you'd be like, oh, that person guessed.
Nobody's guessed it.
No one has guessed.
Nah.
That's weird. I would have guessed it.
No one guessed. Not one person. Like, and I put it on 3 different platforms, and like everybody,
What are they guessing?
just like they think certain people are either joining the show full time.
Oh, yeah. I saw a lot of people guessing like certain guests that we've had on are coming on permanently.
I mean, we'll have guests back on, but as far as adding new members, not happening at the moment. But like, there's other things.
I fuck with that Chris Carr girl.
She's
by the
awesome,
way.
right?
Yeah, I thought she
Yeah.
was really cool.
They were both. Both its episodes were awesome.
Yeah.
Fucking awesome. I loved having R&B on. I loved having Chris Carr on. I'd love to have them both back on. But no, they're not joining the crew. And people are like, oh, you're moving studios. Nope, we just built this thing out. But this thing is looking even better than it was.
It looks sick in here.
Yeah. So it's
Yeah, they haven't seen the whole thing.
not the
That's
whole
really
thing,
good.
and that's part of we have a lot. I can't wait. And then we have another announcement that's kind of tied in to the announcement, I can't say that to you yet because I'll give it.
I think I get what you're saying.
I think you know what I'm talking about either, but
like the announcement leads to another.
It leads to something else.
What's up with New York?
So I got bad news for you.
Oh,
yeah. The good
not
news.
going to New York.
Here's the reason why. So the as I've told people before, when we announced the live tour, right? We need people to kind of get tickets right away and those types of things and get the live stream and all that. But that's part one. Part two is that so someone reached out to me after we mentioned we're gonna get Roxy and offered to take care of Roxy's flight, hotel room, all that stuff to help out. I know, but they did. Yeah. But then I got an email that I thought we had 2 hours on stage, but we have 2 hours including the meet and greet.
Oh shit!
So we have an hour and a half to do both the stand-up portion and the podcast.
But the podcast is not the big thing.
It's gonna be a version of it, but it's gonna be me and Ellis and Double Toasted. And Ellis and I were planning on both doing comedy together, and I might not even do a set. I might host.
You're gonna do a set.
I can't.
Well, wasn't hosting? Don't you get the first 10 minutes?
Yeah, I guess.
I already started prepping for it.
I know. I'm bummed because I have.
I have a whole idea.
I think I was here when that phone call was going on. The possibility, maybe.
No, maybe. Yeah. Well, so I have. But I have. Jen Sturger. What?
Do you like to host?
No, I hate it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate it. Jen Sturger, Kate, Brett, and then that's that right there.
And Double Toasted and Mark.
Well, but they're not doing stand up, and then it's going to be, so if I do 10 minutes, and everybody else does 10, which they won't be able to, that's 40 minutes right there, and that means only 50 minutes for the podcast. So
how are your tickets?
Right now it's all right. It's like 60 or 70 tickets out of 110. It's like I'm not doing another big thing live show for a long time.
Yeah.
I'll do the after party ones for sure, and that has nothing to do with the audience. It's just like I said this. It was I guess because I'm so used to the Schmodown stuff and how when we were moving with Schmodown, like really moving with Schmodown, we would sell out in New York in like 2 days, 3 days. When we did LA, we'd sell it out. Fair enough, and we sold out. We almost sold out of our big thing event that we did here.
Yeah,
but I just said that I don't want to have to. If I put a show up, I don't want to wait 2 months before we sell out 110 seats. It's not because that
stressful
in LA,
to you.
Well, it's not stressful. It's
stressful.
Stressful and not profitable, and doesn't make it. We have so much shit that we're all working on that it's fun to do live shows, but like it's got to make sense business wise too. And in LA, if you sell a couple shirts and do this too, you can do it, but you wind up losing money when you go on the road. Like this New York trick is totally stressing me out. Because
I'm sorry, that sucks.
Because I have to. Because people are like, "Oh, the hotel rooms." I'm already losing money. I'm losing like $2,000 on this trip already because we haven't sold out. Are you looking at it as like
a billboard?
I'm looking at it as I want to go back and see the New York audience because I promised the ones
that
are coming.
I know. I want to go see the New York fucking audience.
I promising that we come back and it'll be the last one that we do.
That's where all my family is.
Yeah, in New York.
Yeah.
I know. Listen, we've been great to have you out there. It's just like
I know.
I just don't. Yeah.
Once you told me that Coy and Winston weren't going anywhere, I was like, oh, I'm in
trouble. Yeah. I wanted Coy and Winston to be there. I wanted to do the whole thing, but it's like. But my point is this: it's not like I'm never.
If I wasn't running tech, I wouldn't be going.
Probably not. And he's gonna be. and he's gonna be there for the Grateful Dead.
Yeah.
Concert. Like I had to this. I had to cut so many costs on this trip, and it's one of these things that look, we get to a place. This isn't me going, we're never doing live events ever again. This is just, we just wait.
Yeah.
Like if once, as the audience is growing, we hit 80,000 subscribers, right? We're growing. New people are finding the show. And when you're watching this for the first time, like there are people who are just learning, the three of us who just subscribed and they're watching. This is like the fourth show they've ever watched of us. Can't assume, even if they're in New York, can't assume they're going to come see us, right? They don't know us well enough yet. They spend their hard-earned dollars to spend it to go see. I don't know who the fuck these people are. I subscribed to them 3 weeks ago. So I want to give it time.
I'm not going to spend my hard-on dollars.
Hard-on dollars. I knew you were going to bring that up.
Hey, man, you want a hard one? Come on, Brett. Yeah. Hey, Brett, tell that story about the time we were in Tijuana. Come on, man. Tell it. You remember? Come on. I know what you did, you dirty fuck. Come on, tell it. Look at him smile.
Oh, man, this cat got so much cocaine.
Oh, yeah, you put it in my fingernail, and I said, and I was sleeping. I was like, I was snitching my nose, and I was sitting there, oh, fuck yeah, dude. I was running around, I was spinning around. What was I? I was in that cat's asshole, too.
We flew there, but he walked back.
Oh, yeah.
He was so
You ain't kidding. Oh, yeah. You talk about milk? Yeah, cats love milk? No shit. Hell yeah, baby. Roxy, right? Am I right or am I right?
Very right. What answer gets it to stop quicker? Right.
You know, I did a live stream where there was a robot. I put a new robot on the Kristian and Roxy from French channel. And it was a robot, and I called him Cringe the robot. And I had him bouncing around, him doing all this shit. And I saw a comment, fucking killed me, in the comments. It said, stop this. It killed me. It fucking killed me. Because I was going on for a while and he wrote, stop this. And it leveled me. I thought it was hilarious. Stop this. All right, we should probably stop this. Let's talk about...
Stop the whole show.
Stop the whole show. No, let's talk about some news. Actually, no, before we do it, this is one of these days today. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
What's going on with the...
Love life?
Yeah, man. Like, we were talking about Manscaped before, and you were like,
man.
and I'm like, can you get anybody Manscaped yet?
I was thinking about that.
Yeah.
I can't wait until the day that I can get Manscaped
Escape a
for
man.
somebody.
Code for somebody.
Yeah, I know. No, nobody. I mean, like nobody. This is the realization. I haven't had anybody consistent in my life in 3 years.
I'm right here.
Oh my god.
Who else?
Yeah, no. Now it seems like a great time to open up to
No, come on. It's not me. It's not me. Yeah.
I'm serious. Come on. Let's go.
you.
Tell me.
Are you very serious?
I'm so serious. That's so serious. Anybody wanna turn on serious radio?
Did you have that thing where you go back to Boston? You're like, I kill it here. Damn you, LA guys, kind of.
Oh yeah,
thing,
were you like the hot commodity again in Boston?
No, everybody's married with kids.
Oh. But how serious are the marriages?
Very serious. No, yeah, at the wedding, like I went.
That's LA dating. That was a bit I had. I was like, hey, you married? How serious is it?
Serious for sure. Well, yeah, there was no potential at the wedding.
I was the only single person at the wedding.
Wow.
No, how many people there?
200?
Holy shit!
Yeah.
No divorcees?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, it's interesting.
None of my friends' parents growing up, even now, are divorced.
Wow.
Nobody was
That's
divorced in
rare.
our town. Yeah. Everybody's like really solid. All my friends are in great relationships, kids, gorgeous houses. So
Good seafood in
wealthy.
that town.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
See?
I had seafood multiple times.
Fuck.
I'm talking to one guy. He's very cool. What?
He went right to me when he talking to one guy. Ooh, somebody gonna be in trouble. Look how big my head is compared to Roxy's. Jesus.
Is it?
Head.
Roxy looks small today.
I
Yeah.
do look so small.
I'll go
Roxy
zoom
was
in on
smaller.
her.
When you walked in, I was like, you little.
I don't. Gotta take up space. It's okay to take up space, girl.
Who's the one guy?
So I'm talking to this one guy, but I don't know.
fuck him up?
Here's what I've learned. I suck at talking to multiple guys, and so because multiple guys, you went to the wide shot.
No, me. I am the equivalent of multiple guys in girth and stature. I am multiple guy. God, that shot looks good. I don't.
You do. You look slick. Go ahead.
I actually really like your haircut.
Thank you.
The Manscaped beard trimmer is working.
You know, I'm almost Santa Claus beard. My wife's been asking me to get that dye stuff for my beard, and I'm like, I don't know.
She wants you to go what color?
Green.
Just kind of with my
Hair?
hair.
All right,
Why don't you
finish.
do it?
Let me finish what you're saying. Who's the guy?
He's this guy. He's very cool. He doesn't live here.
Okay. Does he know you're on the air?
Does he know that this is what I do or currently right this second?
Is he on the air right now? Yeah.
No, I don't think he's watching. But him, unlike Canada, I feel like he would watch.
Oh, he'd watch.
Yeah, but I don't even know that he would know I'm talking about him. Because that's like how preliminary, I don't know. He's coming out here for a bit, and
When? Oh, so you didn't lead with that before.
yeah, I know. We'll see. He's the reason I didn't lead with it is because I don't fucking know. It's so difficult to have to when I was home and everybody's like, anybody,
Right.
and it's like, what am I gonna do for the 5,000th time tell you guys about a guy that's not gonna pan out?
Right.
Like,
yeah, I get it.
it's just like at some point that I just was telling them about Canada and how excited I was. Now that was months ago, but it was like,
Yeah, but still, I get it.
It's just
I get
every time I bring it up, it's like I can't. There's no world in which any of these are going to actually work out. So it's like,
Let a girl think positive.
yeah, I'm really positive about my love life. This guy is really fucking cool.
Yeah,
I
but
think
who
he's
knows?
awesome. He doesn't live here though, so
That's probably that's the thing.
that is a big thing. That's the big thing.
That's
look
it.
at
Hey,
that.
boom, I got
the
the
shirt.
shirt.
Oh, yeah, show him. Hey. Yeah, no, show him. There it is. You can get that on the store right now, by the way. Look at that.
I
That's what
fuck with
I'm
that shirt.
Me too. You wear it all the time.
Yeah, both the sweatshirts,
Yeah, you
the
do.
white and the black.
Yeah.
So
It's
it's actually
not a lie.
brown. Yeah,
It's not a lie, it's true.
Yeah, I do. I wear them all the time, and I wear them. I kind of don't know if this is shady business, but I wear them on a lot of my other shows.
I love that.
Oh, nice.
Good promotion.
That's sketchy or
Shady.
not.
It's amazing.
But it's like, but I never wear other shirts here. But I wear World Girls everywhere I go
Of course.
too. But I wear World Girls and Big Thing everywhere I go.
Good. See, good design. When this guy comes into town, will you be snuggling on the couch, do you hope?
So actually, he got a place for a month.
Yeah.
What happened was, this is way too much information for me to give you guys, but we were talking for a while. He came out here unrelated to me, something else. We met up and he was just like fucking amazing. And I was like really trying to not like him, but he was really cool because he's an East Coast normal guy.
Right.
He's like a dude. This is gonna be a weird follow-up, but he's like you guys. Like he's just like a fucking human being. Right. And then he called me and said he was moving here. And I was like,
Oh, he's actually moving?
and I was like, whoa, what? And then he was like, yeah, I've been trying to move there and it's just a good time with work. And then it ended up not being a good time with work. And he was like, I need to stay around for another year, but I definitely am going to come out for a month. So we booked a place for a month.
Oh, so you booked the place. So will you be snuggling with him there?
We'll see how it goes,
If you do,
Oh,
then you should use a Rumpl blanket.
I'm so sorry. It's
Okay. You should be using a Rumpl blanket. It's not sorry at all. I'll tell you about the Rumpl blankets, and then if you need to get in touch with them, you shouldn't be using this system that you're using right now. You should be using Mint Mobile. So for both Mint Mobile for Roxy's phone calls and to snuggle up afterwards, let me tell you about both right now. Mint Mobile. You guys know Mint Mobile. We've been with Mint Mobile for a while. They've been with us for a while, and they're back as a sponsor. And it's so great because you got so many years of all these fine print contracts, and you've gotten ripped off by the big wireless providers. You know that you have. There's always a catch with those companies because that's even when Mint Mobile first came on, everybody was, yeah, right, $15 a month, sure. What's the catch? There is no catch. There's no catch. The Mint Mobile secret sauce is that they are the first company to sell wireless service online only. That's why they keep popping up in the news. That's why, because companies that try like a shtick, they go away fast. Well, Mint Mobile has not gone anywhere. They're here. They cut out the cost of retail stores and they pass those sweet savings directly to you. If you hate your phone bill, Mint Mobile offers premium wireless, just $15 a month. Mint Mobile gives you the best rate, whether you're buying one for your family. And at Mint, families start at 2 lines. It's awesome. They all come with unlimited talk and text and high-speed data delivery on the nation's largest 5G network. Get your own new wireless plan, just $15 a month. Get that plan shipped to your door for free. Go to mintmobile.com/thing. Mintmobile.com/thing. Cut your wireless bill to $15 a month at mintmobile.com/thing. I'm so glad we're with Rumpl, man. So glad I keep getting DMs and ats and all that stuff. People telling me, you were right. I love Rumpl. And somebody said, I got one to help out the show, but I didn't realize I'm probably going to buy more because I love them. And if it wasn't for you and your show, it was just trying to help your stupid ass out, I wouldn't have done it. I'm glad that I did, and I'm glad they did. Rumpl's on a mission to introduce the world to better blankets. They're made with durable, sustainable materials, and they're built to last. They recycle over 5 million plastic water bottles a year. They are B Corp certified, climate neutral, and they donate 1% of all their sales to environmental causes. I love these blankets because they don't fall apart. You can take them to a soccer field and sit on them there. You can take them camping. And then they have blankets you can just curl up on your couch and watch movies and TV with. I have a bunch of them that I do all that stuff with. They have over 135 unique designs, and there's a blanket for everybody. Yeah, they're not just for outdoors; they're everywhere. You can do it for everything. It's great. You just want to. You got an outside area. You want to curl up and just look at the stars. Do that. No, I just want to watch TV. Do that. It's the best. They have cozy hemp fleece, Sherpas, everything. Now, go to Rumpl.com/thebigthing. Use that code THEBIGTHING at checkout, and you get 10% off your first order. Rumpl.com/thebigthing. Use that code THEBIGTHING. All right, thank you to both Rumpl Blankets and Mint Mobile. Again, so thankful to you guys who have been using those codes and trying these services. And if you do me a favor also, if you get the Rumpl blanket, take a picture of the blanket, because those blankets, they're no joke. I guarantee you, like, one person, humor me, get the Rumpl blanket. If you're like, I don't need a blanket, get the Rumpl blanket for me, for the show, and then tell me that you don't love it. I guarantee you can't. The thing is incredible. I love these blankets, and you're out of your mind if you don't want to spend $15 a month on mobile service. Mint Mobile is the bomb. All right, let's talk about some news. Let's go to this first one here. Roxy, you watching this Silo?
Crazy enough, I'm not, and everybody I know is loving this
really
show.
good?
So I'm gonna end up watching this because it got picked up. People are obsessed.
Sci-fi? Yes, it is. Sci-fi drama. They picked it up for a second season.
Well, it's Apple TV.
Yeah.
You're saying sci-fi is the genre.
Yeah. Not Sci-Fi Network,
Yeah.
right. So they said that the viewership has grown by double digits since May 5th. And the story follows the last 10,000 people on Earth and their mile-deep home, protecting them from the toxic and deadly world outside. I mean, it sounds right up my alley. So, all right. I like Rebecca Ferguson a lot. So, okay. But you're not watching this yet.
I'm going to, and I'm going to put it on my list to tell you guys how it is. But everybody, you are fucking
Blind as a bat.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Ooh,
also,
do me next.
Kristian, when is the last? You got to clean them, my dude.
Oh, yeah.
I know. Suck it.
But
I had to grab them once.
Good.
It's one of those days.
Talk about the news.
Hey, do you know we got a comic book, folks? We got the chairman, that's Kristian. We got Black Knight. This is Shoes and Beef over here. It's a hell of a time. Did I tell you about my trip to Dead Center in Oklahoma City? The Dead Center Film Festival? Come on, guys.
One time when I was really stoned, I took a picture of my asshole.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice. It's good because you never really see your asshole, and you want to know if something's wrong with it.
Oh, it's okay. It's in good shape.
It probably will fall right off.
In good shape or a good shape?
You want to find out?
No.
Ooh,
You are maybe more blind.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those are prescription. His are just cheaters. I
Yours
think.
aren't prescription?
No, these are readers.
Yeah. See, I got astigmatism in one, and
Yeah. You'll know one day.
Oh, no, I'm blind as bad. I just don't have glasses.
Oh, that's good. So you just run. Is that why you can't drive?
Maybe.
Have you smashed into anything recently?
You gotta ask my siblings about this. It is so ridiculous that, like, they say that they're on the phone with me when I'm driving, and that all they hear is beep, beep, beep.
Do you get honked at all the time?
I mean, I'm gonna say every 2 minutes.
No. Are you that bad?
I don't think I'm bad.
Wow.
I know I'm
with
bad.
you. I don't think you're bad.
I know I'm bad. Here's the thing. I'm slow and I'm scared.
Like old lady slow?
Yes, I'm like a little old slow.
Florida
See, and that's
slow.
why I didn't notice anything, because I get accused for
like
driving
that.
too slow all the
I'm
time.
not like a texter and driver. I'm not like
Oh.
distracted. I'm slow and nervous.
Well, I'm
because all I
driving
hear is,
tonight.
honk, honk.
I'm driving tonight.
Yeah. Well, I forgot my
What?
night
Oh, I
drivers.
can't fucking believe this. I don't even want to talk to you guys.
Why? What's wrong?
Because you know.
Oh. Did you not get a screening invite?
I got a screening, but I can't go because we're doing World Girls, and I couldn't
Oh.
get a +2, so then I couldn't get both of them. So then it only was going to be me, and I couldn't miss another show because I was just back home. And now I'm not going to see Indy before it fucking comes out, and you guys are going to the premiere, so I couldn't even ask for your +1s. I'm just like fucking pissed about the whole thing.
All right, I won't go.
All right. You want to go?
Are you excited?
I'm very excited. I'm more so excited.
Nervous?
Thank you.
Less nervous because I know someone who saw it, someone that I trust, said that they liked it a lot, and I said, is it better? I can't say because they're not allowed to say it. So
What was the age and gender of the person?
Indiana Jones fan, male.
Rhymes with Marison Ford.
Yeah, it was Marison Ford. Fork. Marison Ford.
You're Jen?
Yeah. And the person liked it. And then, but I did talk to someone else who did not like it because they were not a indie fan.
You're Jen?
No. Younger. And I'm curious because I said, is it better than, I said to the one person that liked it, I said, is it better than Crystal Skull? He said, it was so much better they should have called it Atonement.
Oh, wow.
So I was like, okay.
Let me,
That's cool.
Do we know, I mean, I'm expecting like a short round,
Cameo? I don't think he's because at the time they made this movie, he was not having the resurgence that he is now. He was not an Oscar-winning
Even
actor.
if not, I mean, come on.
They probably should have, but I just think they didn't. So I don't think he's going to show up.
Oh man.
But anyway, I'll tell you what. We also movies that you did see. You finally got to see The Flash.
Yeah.
And
it's like annoyingly good.
yeah, why is it annoyingly good?
Because
Because of two things.
Yeah.
And when I just did my 60-second review, I didn't get to talk about the second thing. The first reason it's annoyingly good is that it's hard to talk about Ezra Miller in this movie. It's difficult.
They were very good at
There
it.
was a couple of different lines and moments that were like fucking cringeworthy because of Ezra's history that like were distracting as hell. And the second reason, and honestly the bigger reason for the public, is because we've put the kibosh on the DCU.
Right.
So it's like there was a few things that I saw on this without any spoilers, and I was like, what does that look like or mean?
I thought they explained it pretty well.
No, in the future, like I want to see more of. Not that I wasn't confused.
No, but I thought, okay, but I think they explain how it's disconnected now. pretty well.
Completely.
Yeah.
I just would like to be able to do some things that we're not going to be able to do moving forward.
Right.
I don't think.
Okay.
So, regardless, if you just are going to the movie and you're like, I'm just going to judge this as a movie, which if you're going to see it, you should.
Right.
What?
I hit the wrong button.
he keeps
Because
putting it on me.
Because I don't have the stupid Stream Deck.
But that's
set
what
up.
people want to. They didn't want to look at Roxy. They want to see this
Yeah, because I do
beautiful
look
mug.
like a fucking drowned rat, and my hair's still
No.
wet,
What
and I
is
just
that?
didn't know what to do with it. Anyway, he's doing something. I don't know. Like, what were
Yeah. 2 earthquakes last night. Go ahead.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, there were 2.
I didn't feel either.
I know.
It was amazing. I thought the movie was amazing. I didn't just think it was good. Like people who are commenting on like it's not great, it's good. Like how could you think this is great? I think it's great. I think it's really great.
I think it's really, really good. I saw it twice, and it's. I wouldn't argue with it. It's
When
great.
was the second time?
I saw it the other day with Winston.
Oh,
Like,
it was
that's
really
about a week ago.
fucking great.
It's
Like,
the one that I invited you to, but you're out of town.
Right.
So you got
On
a
the
screening
6th.
to it.
I did.
Okay, good.
I did. I flew back for it.
Oh
Wow.
Yeah.
Because you wanted to see it that bad.
Yeah, I wanted to see this movie so bad. You put together DC movie news that I did for 7 years,
Yeah,
Kristian.
I
I've been
know, I
talking
know.
about this movie for
A long time.
A long time. It's like egregious for me not to be
Right.
able to see it through, especially when we're coming to the end of this era or whatever. So it was amazing. I think that Sasha Kaye, the Supergirl actress, is fucking awesome.
I wish she had more to do. I don't think that her. I think she was great, but I don't think she
It's
had.
not a Supergirl movie.
Yeah, I don't
No,
think she
but
should have been like doing dishes the whole time
No,
and
the whole
cooking.
time.
They-
Fast.
Yeah, they were fast, but like you
So
know,
it was a little out of place for this time of period.
I wanted to see a bit more of Iris West. I've been looking forward to seeing Kiersey Clemens for a really long time.
Which one's Irish? Oh, right, that was his love interest.
Yeah. So, and I'm coming off of 9 seasons of The Flash, which is like I feel like I'm going into this extremely invested. As much as I want to see Wally West in the future, right now Barry Allen is my Flash. He's been my Flash for a long time. I'm really invested in his family story, in the Speed Force in general, just like all these storylines that we've played through and we've seen in the trailers and stuff. I wanted to see how it all culminated and what it looked like, and they did a great job. Andy Muschietti is like
he's so good.
unreal.
You know he's gonna get that Batman movie.
I mean, I think he should get all of the movies.
Yeah, he's
Like,
gonna get the Batman movie.
and I would think that would be a great choice.
Yeah.
I think he's so good at dealing with time and place and dealing with character dynamics. Like he's really, really good. He's really good. The movie was really good. I feel defeated. It's really good.
Well, but at least you went in there. But like, this is what again, I'm bringing this up for like the 8th time. At least you went there because you've been very vocal about Ezra throughout it, and
typical broad was shooting her mouth off about issues. Oh, sometimes we just can't be so serious for so long.
Remember the time that I thought Kristian was asking me his first genuine question when he's like, "Are you going to cuddle with him in his ear?" And he was using it as a setup for it.
But I
was like, "Oh, the good question, thank you."
Yeah, but I knew that you've been very vocal. Even 2-3 weeks ago when Chris Carr was on the show, we were talking about it, right? But what
I saw all those comments. Apparently, Chris Carr didn't think it was a real movie or something.
She hasn't seen it. I don't think she's seen it. But
no. Everybody was saying she said that the movie didn't exist or wasn't going to happen.
I guess because people have been talking about it for so long, so she doesn't believe it. But either way, what you did though was, and this is why I'm not surprised, because this is how you are as a person. Like, you went in there and you watched the movie, whether or not you wanted to like it or not from what's happening. I did. You acknowledged it and you liked it. Like what I saw inside of the review, I saw a few reviews. People, it wasn't every review, but there was at least 6, right, that were not reviewing the movie. They were reviewing the issues with Ezra Miller. You can't do that if you're a critic.
You decide you either decide you're going to see the movie or not.
That's right.
If you don't see the movie, that is totally your prerogative, and absolutely. But like, what am I going to do? Go and then hold it against the movie? That doesn't make any sense. It's the same reason I loved. What the fuck was it called? That Mel Gibson movie I had to review for work, where he's the director, and it was so good. Hacksaw Ridge. I was like, he's probably my least favorite dude in all of Hollywood.
Why?
It's a great question. The movie is excellent, and he did a bomb.com job with it. Like, the same reason that I'm not going to sit here and tell you guys that I don't love Kanye West's music. Like, I'm not saying everybody needs to separate the art from the artist. I have a really fucking hard time doing that. But if you're going to review art, you can't say.
Well, that was the thing. It's like you can certainly go see the movie, say, didn't work for me, didn't like the performance of Ezra Miller because I felt it was this, and this.
I actually did have some qualms with their performance, yeah.
Fair. But when I saw a review, and Ezra Miller should not be in this movie, it is too hard to separate. I'm like, that too hard to separate for you. You chose.
Yeah.
You chose to go. So, and it wasn't every reviewer, by the way. I
saw that too. It only has a 70-something on Rotten Tomatoes. It clearly was affecting people's opinions, and it's like, this movie is way better than that.
Well, I mean, that's the whole thing. And this is, again, to reiterate for people who are brand new and are going to hear me regurgitate the same thing that I just said 2 weeks ago. Rotten Tomatoes, the way that it works, once again, so everybody knows. If you go on, you go on to Rotten Tomatoes and you see a movie has 86 critics that have reviewed it and has 100%. If you interviewed all those critics and because if it works on a 3 out of 5 scale, right? So if out of those 86 critics, all of them thought they all gave it a 3 and thought it was okay, but they gave it a 3. It's a 100% movie, even though everybody thought it was just okay. Yeah. Same goes to, it was fine, but I couldn't get it to fresh. It was a 2.9. All 86 gave it 2.9. It'd have a 0% on Rotten Tomatoes. So it doesn't necessarily mean that. I mean, that's why when you look at a movie like that, you're telling me this movie wasn't a 3. A 3?
That's why I think
crazy.
It's crazy.
That's crazy. Like a 3.
And that large percentage of people didn't think it was a 3.
Yeah, I can give you the. I don't know. It's okay, but a 3. I mean, look, Alonso Duralde's review, which I did hear.
Rotten?
Yeah, but he said something along. He said maybe his line was maybe this nerd culture was a bad idea or something like along the lines like that. But I think it's just, to him, it was more so like of a generic movie. The ending is way more generic of an end. Like it's very interesting throughout it, and then it turns into a superhero ending at the end. And the CGI, there's a lot of CGI problems.
Yeah, but if you're a huge fan of The Flash, it's not a generic ending. I think it's a very holy shit. To me, the ending was the most powerful, strongest part, where I was like, holy shit.
I saw it twice, and I'll definitely watch it again once it comes out. And so great to see Keaton back.
Oh
so great.
My God.
Yeah. So there's a lot to talk about.
It was so cool.
We're gonna be doing a spoiler review on the channel with Winston and Coy for Capes and Cowls. So make sure you check that out. But we have 2 more things. I want to talk about this James Gunn stuff. Did you see that James Gunn was on the Michael Rosenbaum podcast? He was on it, and in that he was talking about, we talked about this briefly yesterday on Big Thing, but he talked about the Superman casting, and he basically said inside of this that Superman, believe some of the rumors, don't believe all of them. A lot of the times when you see the outlets going out there and saying the things, they have to do it because they're looking for the clicks. But it's a lot of time when people don't talk about it, it's like the agents Like the agents are also, hey, you know, my client's testing for this, and they want to get their name out there, and they want to get the buzz out there, so they leak stuff. And then he talked about Peacemaker and how that was coming back, and he was very. I mean, I was like, he doesn't really give a lot of interviews. I forgot how tight him and Rosenbaum are boys, so it makes sense.
Yeah. No, I haven't checked it out. I did see some quotes from it though. I think that I like constantly have to remind myself, which is so weird. I really like James Gunn.
Yeah.
And like I forget all the time because there's just so much about him and there's so much pressure on him and so much heat with the DC stuff. But when actually I hear what he's saying and you listen to what he's talking about, I think he's a straight shooter.
Yeah, that's what people like about him.
Yeah, and I like that. The exact opposite problems that Kathleen Kennedy seems to have is James Gunn. You know, like he's like, yeah, that was something we were working on. It's not fucking something we're working on now. That's how it goes. Like, and I think that is going to bode well for him. But at the same time, we only are going to care when we start to see his era. Flash has nothing to do with him.
No, but he did announce that, and I don't know if this was on Michael Rosenbaum's show or not, but I heard that he did announce that Blue Beetle is the first official DCU film.
DCU film.
Yeah, which is
that makes sense, but still has nothing to do with him, except for I guess the decision to move it to theaters. Was he there yet?
I don't know, but the fact they must really like it though, in order to say this is the first one. That's
they must
part
really
of the
like it
DCU.
because it was supposed to be a streamer.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was coming out on streaming. Usually we see something's getting theatrical, and then but this was supposed to be a streaming movie, and they're like, actually, you know how we just canned Batgirl? Well, this one's actually going to go to theaters.
Yeah,
that's great.
Yeah, and they got the phone call, so now it's going to be the first DCU film, and it's because it answers questions, and it looks like Jamie Reyes, the character that Sholo plays, could show up especially if the movie does well. Then other DCU movies. Oh, was it Jaime?
I think so. Right?
What did I say?
Jamie.
Why did I say it? I don't know.
You could be right, but it's so hard when you read something for a long
you're
time
right.
and you don't know. It's like
you're probably right.
Did you read the?
You would probably be right.
Did you read the I don't know if you guys read Harry Potter books.
Yeah, I read the first three, and then Entertainment Weekly screwed it up for me. So yeah.
And it's like in my mind when I read the first couple books, it was like Hermione or something,
right.
whatever, and then you hear it out loud, and you're like, "Oops, I have not been reading that correctly my entire life."
I mean, makes more sense.
Yeah.
But anyway. This is the start of that, then it'll lead into the Superman stuff, and then I still think, even though, because he didn't say that particular people were not confirmed, because I think Rosenbaum asked him about, like, here are these rumors that apparently the casting, because I don't know if it was Deadline or Hollywood Reporter said that by Father's Day they were going to have their choice of who it was, and James Gunn was pretty much like, well, listen. It's unfair it's private to these people, like, because if they don't get it, it's like you're putting it out there and it's between them and me, and it's like people are leaking the stuff. He's like, some of it could be true, some of it couldn't, but I think what is true, this is, again, I said it yesterday, I think this guy, David Corenswet and Rachel Brosnahan are going to be our two choices.
Huh.
Wow.
That will be a good look for Rachel Brosnahan.
Yeah. With what's his face? Who's the guy? Oh my God. Now, oh my God, I can't think of his name. The guy from frickin' Renfield, James.
Nicholas Hoult.
Nicholas Hoult. Oh my God,
I had it. I beat you.
You did. Yeah, you did. And Nicholas Hoult will be announced as Lex Luthor. That's my prediction.
I think that's such a weird choice.
Yeah,
I love him.
He was considered for Superman.
I agree with you. I love him too, but it doesn't sound right. He's so funny and fun.
But he must have auditioned his There's no way that's a straight offer because you don't see it. Did you finish The Great?
I did. Yeah.
Stay on target.
I don't think we have.
Stay on target.
Okay, well, but just because I wanted to ask him about a specific episode where I started to see some Lex vibes, like he's got like an evil twin in the show, not an evil twin, somebody who plays his double, but it's him, and he is fucking evil, but he's dumb evil, not like
but I think he's really smart though. I think he's for real, and I think he'd be able.
No, definitely.
I'd like to see.
He's
I think,
talented.
but he has an edge to him. I'd much rather him play a character with an edge than Superman. For him.
I don't see him as Superman either. To be honest, neither of them are like a dead ringer hit for me.
I don't know Cornswell well enough as far as
no, not him.
wise.
I'm saying neither. No. Nicholas Hoult in either of those roles. Neither one sounds to me like that nails it. He's so good, but I don't know. I could
He's
see him more in,
funny
like
evil.
X-Men or something.
He's
Yeah.
funny evil, which I don't think they should
Lex
go
Luthor
for.
did funny evil in,
Yeah, I guess
for
so.
Gene Hackman.
You are
man.
right.
Yeah.
He
Okay.
probably would crush it. I've changed my mind now.
Yeah, I think he'd be really. I mean, that's the one. That's the role I think we've got. And I think Brosnahan is just tailor made for Lex. For
She's unreal.
Brosnan's hot right now. Get her in the picture.
Get her
She's
in the picture.
really, really
Put her
good.
in there.
Yeah, she's very good.
Yeah.
She's very good.
So anyway, yeah, he talked about that and more, and I think that we're right around the corner from that. The question though is Comic-Con, right? Because
Are you going?
I am, but I don't know what the hell's.
It's a big thing, Pan. He didn't tell you?
Yeah, we have a big thing panel. I'm sorry.
Can we do one?
Not for this one. Not
Why?
yet. Because it's the same thing. I don't want to have to like just. If we're gonna
Maybe
do
a
it,
meetup or something. Like, what are you
maybe a
doing
meetup.
there?
Maybe a meetup.
What are you doing there?
Can't tell you.
Yeah.
Sorry. But
I'm not invited to the cool kids table anymore.
you're invited to whatever I'm going to do.
Okay.
But anyway, listen.
Are you going?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you get me in parties?
Yes. Probably.
Listen to me. So when it comes to this panel that DC is going to do, now the question is, will they even be there because of the with the SAG strike?
Yeah, that's the.
I don't even know if they'll be there, even if SAG isn't on strike because of the writers' strike.
They'll be if it's not a SAG strike, they'll be there. They'll be there because they're not writing anything. James Gunn will certainly be there, and he'll be.
Yeah, but a lot of the think about the what was it? The TCA panels that were all canceled. The actors didn't go to that in solidarity too.
I wonder, but I mean, look,
and upfronts and stuff like writers are.
yeah, you might not be wrong.
I think you are probably right that if SAG is not on strike, if even though the strike was authorized, if they come to an agreement and SAG doesn't go on strike, then I do think probably the actors will be there, but not all of them.
And there's no world. Yeah, but I think that But if you're David Corenswet and Rachel Brosnahan,
Then yes,
you'll be there.
very likely.
And I think that
Because to be honest, I think about myself in that position.
You would go there.
Yeah.
You would go.
Yeah.
Right.
Maybe not if I was Brad Pitt.
Right.
You know, like maybe if you don't need it, but
SAG strike though, no chance.
no, then they can't go.
Which is going to be crazy.
It's going to be against the union rules. You know, like right now, I've been talking to all my writers friends about what they can and can't do. And I don't think that they talk about this publicly that often, but they're not even allowed to be working on independent projects. Like writers, if you're part of the Writers Guild, you're not even allowed to be making short films on your own, not studio related right now. They're not allowed to write. They're not allowed to put. You're not. That's like they're on strike, as in you're off of work. You can't
I wrote
make
an
something.
AI description for my YouTube channel. Is that okay?
Are you part of the Writers Guild?
No.
Okay. Yes.
Then it's okay.
That new gig that I kind of half-heartedly told you about is I'm getting paid to act through SAG. Finally, first SAG job I've had in a
What are you
million
talking
years.
about right now?
Above board, the game, board game show that I've been traveling around and stuff like that.
Cool.
But it's I'm like, oh, cool. So if I get a SAG job, and now we're gonna go on strike. So we've been trying to crank out stuff to get it in the can before we can. Check it out, aboveboardtv.com.
Do you feel like
Well,
SAG's
not
gonna go on
.com.
strike?
Not .com. Just go to
Go to YouTube. Above
Just go to
Board
YouTube
TV.
and just put board.
You
I'm not
use
even
the
part.
wrong
I'm not even part of it.
He's helping me.
He's.
I'm the worst promoter.
I'm glad you said it because there is no one I would consider Brett one of my best friends I've ever met in my lifetime. I wouldn't have him promote anything for me. I would much rather have my 5.5.
You should have seen me. You should again. I was a dead center. I was trying to tweet out something, and I watched videos on how I was trying to that video. I was trying to put it in a reel and add links and stuff, and I gave up. I just gave up.
Oh, the one you and Leaf did.
Yeah, the out of the theater.
They did an out of theater for the and look, it was the thing we put it on this channel for a second, and it's just algorithm's such an asshole. You know, it's like I was like for the Kristian and Roxy Friends channel, and it has nothing to do with Brett and Leaf. It's just what they reviewed the making of the Star Wars Christmas.
Yeah, Disturbance in the Force.
Which
Highly
was really
recommended
good, right?
for.
Right.
So if you're a Star Wars fan, you have to see it.
That's what I mean.
So good.
And that's
Is
why
it
I want
animated? What is
It's
it?
not. No, it's a documentary on how that. Do you remember
Oh.
do
How
you
the
remember-
holiday special was made.
Yeah.
And yeah, and so I was like, okay, there's a potential. Like if you guys did that in like 2015, probably do really, really well. But there's a potential that it could do well, and then it was kind of hurting the algorithm on the main channel. But then I was like, let's put it on the French channel because that one's fun to find those kind of extra material.
Go check it out because
it's really good.
One thing I'll say about myself is I actually took initiative. And I did it, and I told Kristian I'm going to do this, and like it's the first time I've ever like really like gone like, okay, I'm going to start trying to be better about this. So if you can go check it out on the Kristian Harloff and Friends channel,
there
I really appreciate it.
Say perfect.
.com.
.com.org. .com.org.net.
It is really fucking hard to promote things. I will give you that.
It's
but
tough.
like I do it, and I think that I came up in a gen that like made where social media was, but it's fucking hard. Like it also feels awkward and embarrassing to tell people like, go watch me, go support me, find me, pay me, when people look at it like donations, but it's actually not donations because I'm not a charity. I'm an artist.
Well, but do you understand?
Like,
but do you understand that's why now when I talk about like the sponsors, like that's
support.
Yeah, but it's also because I think this is a fair thing to do to people though too, right? Where you like when you're now for sponsors, it's like, yeah, you want to support the show, you're getting something for it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're getting like you said, that beard trimmer. You know, that beard trimmer comes and you go, shit, I wouldn't have known of that unless these assholes told me about it.
Same reason I've told you to get an intern 5,000 times and you've decided not to.
No, it's just I can't. It's tough right now, man.
No, but
It's tough right now. All right, tell me about TV.
Yeah. Oh wow, Roxy. Oh, did you eat cheese again, Roxy?
I ripped one out. I ripped one out. Okay.
Yeah.
Come on. Yeah.
this is for
Okay.
me?
Yeah. I'm Big Balls, and I ain't single. Oh, maybe I am, 'cause I ate some Pringles and left them on the floor. My lady got so mad at me, and then she asked, what you doing? And I peed all over the bed sheet. Yeah, she was a human, and I like to put on some spicy cumin. What's cumin? I don't know. I don't remember. I'm drunk. Oh, yeah, I'm fucking drunk. I'm drunk. Oh, my dick hurts.
Kristian had me dying.
Cumin is an excellent spice, by the way. Very underused.
Cumin, I like it when I do like a fish taco. Or
Yeah, for
something
sure.
Like that.
It's great in guac, and people forget about it. They always are going paprika instead of cumin.
I'm
and
pro
cumin's got
cumin.
that-
Pro
Tell Roxy how I made you laugh.
Oh, because he was singing, walking around with some shit on your face.
Okay, my heart out was 2 minutes ago, so I'm going to talk about television for you guys because you fucked me. So this is a show that came out a couple weeks ago that I haven't been able to tell you guys about because I was gone, but it was the greatest finale ever. The finale of Dave. I've told you guys about the show. This is on FX. This is Lil Dicky's show. If you're not watching it, it is the greatest cringe comedy. If you like Curb Your Enthusiasm, or you like Rami, or you liked Louis the person aside, the show was unbelievable. Then this is like just the best. Did you guys hear about this finale?
No.
You didn't hear about the Dave finale? You didn't hear about all these?
No.
You want me to spoil it for you or no?
No. Walking around with some shit on your face.
All right. It had the greatest guest stars, appearances. I mean, they get A-list celebrities on this show. It is unbelievable. This episode was such a legendary finale episode. I can't even believe it. I want the show to be back tomorrow. It's amazing. Okay, other shows that have come out since I saw you last. Ultimatum Queer Love. Do you guys remember me telling you about Ultimatum? It's that show where the couples give each other an ultimatum. They say if we don't get married by the end of this, then we're splitting up, and then they date other people on the show.
Yeah.
They did that, but queer love version, so it was all lesbians on the show, which made it way more entertaining because they're dating each other instead of just dating the significant other. So like you could be dating two people that have been together for 4 years. So it's like dramatic as hell. If you're looking for a reality show Pride Month watch, I can't recommend this one enough. It was kind of sad though at the end because people just their lives are in shambles. Like you're signing up for a show that's going to put your life in shambles.
Wait, Love Island is one you talked about a lot, right?
Yeah.
Do you know that Amber Midthunder, big Love Island fan?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what?
Amber Midthunder is a big Love Island fan.
Amber Midthunder.
Mm-hmm. From Prey.
Oh! I didn't see it.
Prey?
Yeah. I heard it was amazing.
It's good. I had her in the studio yesterday. Go ahead.
I'm
She's
not
our new best
watching
friend.
this season, but yeah, Love Island is a lot of fun. Okay. Never Have I Ever. This show came back. I believe this was the final season of the show. This is the Mindy Kaling produced show. It is a coming of age, awesome show that's on Netflix, and it is really, really sweet. They closed it out well. I'm always fighting back laughter from you two. What happened?
No laughter. Go ahead.
They closed it out well. If this was the end of it, then it was great. Whether you're Team Ben or Team Paxton, I feel like they did enough to satisfy kind of everybody in this. And I think that if I had kids, I would want to watch this with them.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
They did a good job.
Next one.
It's a little more mature than Mighty Ducks Game Changers, but like similar kind of heartfelt vibes.
Got it.
The next one I'm putting on my list is I don't know whether this is a show that I'm recommending. In fact, I would go as far as say it's a show I'm not recommending, but I can't be call myself the TV expert that I am and not talk about The Idol. You guys have been hearing nonstop about
shit
The
on
Idol.
A shingle?
So I don't think it's shit on a shingle. I just don't think it's good. So you see people kind of both ways on the internet. It has like a 20% on Rotten Tomatoes. This is the show with Lily Rose Depp, which is Johnny Depp's daughter, and The Weeknd starring in it. It's also created by the same creator of Euphoria. So it's a big HBO show that a lot of people were stoked about. And it is super boring.
Oh, really?
Everybody is saying that it's like revenge porn, like horrible to watch. If you watch this, then you're a psychopath. And I don't feel that way.
Okay.
I just feel like it's kind of
'Cause you're a
lackluster.
psychopath.
Yeah, maybe I'm a psychopath. There's not that much plot going on. It's like watching Lindsay Lohan or Amanda Bynes or Britney Spears go through their struggles of being an artist and like everybody taking advantage of them. And it's kind of but it's like slice of life and sad and disturbing. And I guess there's some sexiness to it
So
for
who needs
some
it?
people.
I don't need to watch this.
I don't know. I see on Twitter, I'm seeing that this is Jeff Snyder's like favorite show of the year. So some people seem to be into it, but I'm not on the other side, which is like this should never be made. I'm just kind of like nothing's happening.
Whatever.
Like in a whole hour, nothing happened. So I'm kind of confused. And then the stand-up that I watched this week was Amy Schumer's new stand-up, Emergency Contact. Do you guys like Amy Schumer?
I'm not a fan.
I feel like you guys are not that into.
I don't dislike her. It's just sometimes
women aren't funny, right?
No. Sometimes I think she goes like she's edgy for edgy's sake.
Yeah.
But she has made me laugh several times in several of her things. And her show, I liked her show a lot.
I liked her movie, the one with
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was good. This was hit and miss for me. There were some bits that were I was like, wow, that really didn't land with me. That was not funny, and I don't really know how you tested and then brought that to the table. And then some things that I was like, that was fucking hysterical. So I feel like I'm mid on her sometimes. I think this is still worth watching because the funny stuff really landed, but the other stuff was kind of like, why'd you throw that in there?
Yeah.
So those are my TV recs for the week.
I got one.
What is it?
Come on. Arnold, Ani, 3-part documentary on me. You see Whiskey and Lulu. You see everything there. You go there and you watch it. It's good.
Is it good?
It's really good.
Okay, I'm hearing that
it's really
too.
good. I liked it. All right, listen, that's it. That's what we got for you today. So make sure that not only do you go and check out one of those sponsors, man, whether it's Manscaped, Rumpl, Mint Mobile, check them out. Check out Roxy on the World Girls. Check out Brett Sheridan doing his thing on what's the gaming station?
Above Board
TV. Go on YouTube and tell them you found it from here. And yeah, check it out, man. We're going to be there. TheChristianHarloff.com. Get your tickets. We're going to be in New York. So get those tickets. Subscribe to the channel. Don't forget about Shoes and Beef. It's coming on July 1st, man. The website, as well as the great Wicked Art, making the comic book over there, too. So for myself and Roxy Stryer and Brett Sheridan, we shall see you on the flip side.